What up? It's D&D in the building. Purdue power. No ceiling. Yeah. Double D back, that's Derek and Dalton. Talking gold blood, Mackie Ben Moulton. Black and gold dreams, banners we folding. Paint crew loud, every rim gets swollen. Stats so clean, you think it's a scheme. History books get Purdue screen. From humble to E-Day, legends on replay. We run through March like it's just another weekday. Double the energy, talking that legacy. Boiler boys cooking, no recipe. Microphone magic, rivalry static. We breaking it down, keep it cinematic. You want the heat, better tune in fast.
Hello and hello and welcome back to Double D Sports. My name is Derek, and this is my co-host, as always, Dalton. And puberty snuck up on me right there. Might as well get it out of the way with the beep.
Yeah,
I apologize for that. I was screaming a little bit at last night's Purdue Washington game. My voice has been cracking all day. What a start, man! You know, I hope Purdue starts off better than this. This is going to be a preview of Purdue versus Penn State, upcoming on Saturday. I believe it's a 2 or 2:30 game on Big Ten Network. Purdue will be hosting Penn State. Penn State 9-5, 0-4 in the Big Ten. Obviously, everybody probably knows they did just about had a shot to beat Michigan at the buzzer Tuesday. Did miss that on one of the worst drawn up plays I've ever seen out of a timeout in the history of my life. But that being said, it tells you that this team's capable. To me, that game said more about what Michigan's downside is capable of versus what Penn State is capable of. But what are your initial thoughts on Penn State, and what are you kind of expecting from this game?
Yeah, I'm expecting a dog walking. I'm expecting an old Mackie molesting. I just made that up, but that's pretty sick.
We just recorded the recap. We should not do back-to-backs.
Oh boy, they're not good. Their best win is against, let's see, oh my gosh, it's hard to even tell. Navy,
187th ranked Navy.
That is their best win. Now, with that said, they have, played Illinois and Michigan back to back, pretty, I'd say, decently. Number 9,
and Michigan
number
State,
1.
They only lost by 4, I think, to Michigan State.
Yeah. So, it's a team that likes the moment. They like to muck things up. They like to get in your head. They don't have a lot to lose. So, you have everything to lose against them. It's one of these games I don't really like, where I know we should dominate this team, but history has a chance to repeat itself where I just have a bad Saturday. So that's overarching. What do you got?
Yeah. It's funny. You kind of brought up what I was going to. They remind me, I'm a golfer. I've golfed my whole life. I'm pretty good. I'm not great. I'm for your regular run-of-the-mill guy, I'm pretty good. When I play
terrific.
Pretty good.
Terrific.
One of the best ever to play. No, but when I play golf against people who I know or I've played with, I know they're not as good as me. And they show up to the first tee and they're like $20 a hole. And I'm like, okay, even though I know they're never going to pay that, but either way. And then they play, one of the rounds of their life because they step up to the competition. There's people like that in this world. This Penn State team as a whole feels like one of those people. They are just, they lose by what? Almost 40 to Indiana, and then play Michigan State, Illinois, and Michigan tight. Just have no idea what this team is, to be honest with you.
Pause. Lost to Pittsburgh 80-46.
Exactly.
Not a good team on a neutral court. So
yeah, I'll put it this way. They only beat Harvard by 4 points.
They are more
Boston
bipolar
University
than
by
my
9. Campbell by 9. I mean, this team they only play to the level they're playing.
Yeah.
And no more and no less. But that being said, a lot of those games had their best player, a freshman. I'm going to mess his name up again and call him Dylan. What's his first name?
Kayden
Mingo. Wow, I feel like an idiot. That's just how this episode's going. Kayden Mingo is not going to be playing in this game from everything I've read, so I do not expect to see him in this game. He is their best player. He's a freshman. He is a stud. I'm not going to lie to you. This Penn State team has 8 freshmen on its roster. Only returned like 14% of the minutes and 14% of the scoring from last year. Just, it's not a good team. So that's my overarching thought. This is not a good team. It's in Mackey. Now, if this was on the road, like Michigan just played them, it always gets a little weird because you're playing in front of 9 people. No one goes to the games at Penn State unless they're decent and it's at the Palestra, which it's not. So I expect Purdue to handle this. I don't expect this to be close. If you wanted my honest opinion, I think Purdue's probably going to come out a little flat. That's probably going to be fairly close for the first 10 or 12 minutes, and then Purdue's going to, kind of opposite of what they've done the last 2 games, pull away late and end up winning this game by 15 to 20 points and maybe more. I mean, this could be a blowout without Mingo in this game. So what are your kind of overarching things you want to see from Purdue? I know we just talked a lot about, them against Washington. Coming off that game and just how it ended, kind of left a sour taste in your mouth. Like, what do you want to see from Purdue from a 1,000-foot view?
Less than 6 turnovers.
Damn,
I'm getting pretty specific, I suppose, but that's
definitely
not
take care of the ball better.
Yeah, take care of it. Shoot the 3. Make the 3. That's it.
Shoot ball, make ball.
Yeah. Put ball in basket, score more points than Penn State.
Yeah. Coming off that game, I'm kind of similar with you. Like, can we just not mess around? I'm not asking for a blowout. I'm not asking for anything crazy. But let's just go comfortably win this game. Maybe get Fletch going from 3. That seems like something that's got to start happening if we want to really be successful. And obviously take care of the ball. I mean, I'm sure that was the only thing they've been told and will be told until this game starts, because that Painter talks about that after games we have 2 turnovers. You got to take care of the ball. You can't have however many turnovers we had, and you definitely can't have 12 from your 2 All-Americans. And I'm sure that they got that brought up multiple times. There probably was an entire film session where they said, hey, guys, we're going to go over some really good stuff in this film session. And it was only those 12 plays where they turned the ball over. And that just got beat into their head. Like, this can't happen. So, yeah, I'm 100% with you. I think that's spot on. So let's go through some of their players real quick. Like we said, Kayden Mingo not going to be in this game. That's a big loss for them. That'd be similar to us not having Braden or TKR. It's their best player. So that's very relevant. But their next guy, and the guy who, if you watch the game, you shall take the crazy last shot over his head, Freddie Dilion, the 5th. He's a junior guard, really good shot maker and creator. Like he is a good basketball player, but kind of a black hole in his sorts. He's not, if he gets the ball, it's probably going up. And he's not insanely efficient or anything like that. But he's tough. He's a tough guy. There's no doubt in that. What are your thoughts on him? And what do you expect from Purdue regarding him?
Yeah, we know him. He played for Tennessee in 24.
Yep.
We're familiar with DeLeon, whatever, dude. 6'5" junior guard. He's tough. He's pretty big. I think CJ will probably ride him like a horse, put him away wet. Doesn't worry me. We've played him 3 years in a row. These guys know him. They know his game. They are familiar with ball. He's 241st in turnover rate, so he is, turnover prone. Yeah, I'm not worried about him. He's probably like a guy we saw last night. Zoom Diallo.
Yep, I expect him to be in the. I really need to come up with a word for it. The bag of cocks.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's about to be in the bag of cocks, and it's really hard to get out of that bag once you're trapped in there. A lot of pointy objects.
Big old bag.
So we'll jump into another guard for them. I'm gonna try to pronounce some of these names are kind of crazy. Mile Tunka.
Tunka.
A freshman, 6'5". Played in all 15 games. He's started 11, so he's obviously, gotten a little bit better here as we go. But again, not a guy who's going to do anything crazy. He does foul quite a bit. So he's kind of foul prone. He doesn't shoot like a super great percentage from 2. Only shoots 40% from 3, but that's one of the better on their team. So he is a 3-point shooting threat. Not a super high scoring guy by any stretch, but he can pop off. He's got the ability. What are your thoughts on him? Do you have any information on him? A lot of these guys are hard because they're freshmen, so there's no like back data.
Yeah, I don't know his ball. I know he shoots, 50% from 2, 40% from 3 on, 35 attempts. So he's a threat. He's another big guard. I would consider big guard, 6'5",
Yeah.
200 pounds. So, I'm guessing the kid can ball. Never really tuned into Penn State. They're another one I don't really care about. I see them on Purdue's schedule and I say, we should probably beat them.
Yeah, that's a W.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm sure Michigan thought that too, and you saw what they were capable of. Now, again, like I said to begin this, that definitely said more about Michigan than it did about Penn State, because Penn State played terrible in that game. They shot like
doo-doo.
23% from 3 and 35% from the field, and still almost won.
Doo-doo butts.
We'll go to their big man freshman, Ivan Juric. He's a pretty good basketball player. He's like 7. I think he's 7 foot. He's a big body, but he can space the floor. He's not like crazy good at shooting threes, but he's capable. Very good rim protector. I think he's shoots a very high percentage, like 61% from the field. So most of his shot attempts are going to be close to the basket for the most part. He's shooting 66% from 2. He's 30% from 3 on decent volume. He's just kind of like, now that Mingo's out, he's gotten a little bit more in the scoring opportunity situations. I think he put up 20 against Michigan, maybe. I think he did, but
Right.
he was that was a lot of putbacks.
20.
Yeah, they had a lot of offensive rebounds. So he's definitely a threat down low. Him and Clough are going to be battling all night long. Clough should win that battle. But any thoughts on him and maybe what he potentially could bring to the table?
I mean, scored 20 against Michigan, Ade Mara, and what's his goofy that was from Illinois? I can't even think of his name. Morez.
Oh, Johnson, yeah.
Kind of Morez goofy. Anyways, dude shoots a lot of free throws, gets fouled. He's not a great free throw shooter. I would hope that, we're going to eat him alive on boards. He's big, goofy. I mean, 7, 250. I mean, it's a Clough matchup all day, and Clough has better feet than him. So I look for this guy, he'll probably get 8 to 12 just because. Not a real threat to me. He does average 1.4 blocks. So cool.
Yeah, one of the best free throw rates in the country. Not percentages, but how often he gets to the line. So obviously somebody
this year.
Yeah, somebody who can beat you up inside. Now, a lot of that's probably against bad competition. Like we said, they haven't won a game against a good team. So I'm sure he beats up on some of these bad teams that they do play. But yeah, somebody would have to be, I mean, he's going to be the big body out there. When you look out there and you go, man, that guy's as big as Clough. That's him. He's talented enough. He can shoot enough to make you have to at least be honest. I think Purdue would live with that shot all day long, though. If Penn State's jacking threes with their big guy, you're like, okay, that's fine. No big deal.
Sure.
Yeah. Another wing / kind of forward big TKR size-ish player is Josh Reed. He's 6'8", 230, senior. Another guy who rebounded really well in that Michigan game. I think he had 10 rebounds, but he's not like a super crazy threat to do much of anything, if I'm being honest. I don't even think he was a starter until this Mingo injury. I could be wrong on that. No, he started 14 games. But he's just not dynamic, I guess is the right word. He's not going to do a whole lot. He's a veteran. He's not a shot creator, but he is a good cutter. He can hit open jump shots. He's somebody that probably wouldn't get a single minute in if he played for Purdue, but for them, he has a chance to, get out there and show what he can do. He's just a guy you got to keep under control, keep in check. Don't let him get crazy, heated up, or anything too wild. Average defender. If he's guarding TKR, I don't see a world where TKR doesn't go crazy in this game. Not sure what the matchups will look like though. Anything on this guy? Josh,
Yeah, he gets a lot of steals. So he is dangerous in that aspect. His top this year was 6 against Navy, who's the best team they beat. He gets about, anywhere from 2 or 1 steals a game. So I mean, he's doing decent defensively. Not a great 3-point shooter, will shoot the ball. I don't know.
He's one of their only upperclassmen experienced players.
Yeah.
I will say that.
He played 13 minutes against Illinois. I don't know if that was injury or what. He had no fouls, played 13 minutes, cardio minutes. So he averages anywhere from about 20 to 30 minutes a game, and just not that great. He played at Cincinnati before. Decent player at Cincinnati, but this is not Cincinnati, so
Yeah,
I'm not worried about this guy.
He plays about 60% of all their power forward minutes. So this is the guy that probably will be guarding TKR. And just to be honest, he's not very quick. He's not as strong. It should be an obvious advantage for Purdue in this matchup. I mean, it's no brainer. Same with Clough. Clough's a fifth year senior, 4th year senior, whatever he is, going up against a freshman in Jurek at the 5, and Jurek plays 57% of their minutes at the 5. So this team plays. They play like 9 guys, Penn State, but most of their guys, their starters, play most of the minutes. The only, like the small forward we'll talk about now, Eli Rice, he plays about half of the minutes at the small forward, but he doesn't play any other position. Every once in a while, they'll throw him in at power forward, but there's no chance they're going to do that on Purdue. Eli Rice is a good player, 6'8" as well, more of a wing style player. That's why he plays the 3 instead of the 4. Transfer from Nebraska, if that name sounds familiar. He did, I believe, play at Nebraska, unless I'm mistaken there. Went to IMG, so maybe he knows Edie. Redshirt sophomore, so he's technically a junior age. Has size, streaky shooter, can shoot, he shoots like 32, 33%. He does provide energy, but he's not a great defender. This is going to be the Fletcher matchup. The guy's going to have size on Fletcher, but he doesn't utilize his size very well. So I don't think this is going to be one where Fletcher has a problem guarding this guy. Any thoughts?
He is. He's shooting 44% from 3 this year.
44%. Yeah, I think I said 34.
No,
44.
you said it right because you said his field goal percentage.
Oh, okay.
So his 2-point is terrible, and he's only shot 26 2-pointers all year, but he shot 53s and he's shooting 44%. So
that's what he does.
Yeah, he can shoot threes. I mean, yeah, he's his highest scoring game's 11 points. He looks pretty efficient shooting wise. He doesn't turn the ball over. So I am similar to style of Fletcher, So,
yeah, he's Timu Fletcher. Like he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's not going to blow you away with anything, but he can, if he gets going, make 3 or 4 threes and really disrupt the game. So it's a perfect matchup for us, really, with Fletcher guarding him because he's 6'8", but he's not a utilized 6'8". He plays like no different than a 6'4" guy would. I mean, other than he can shoot over people, he's kind of like a Liam Murphy. I would compare him a lot to Liam Murphy. Like, not great defensively, doesn't really offer you a whole lot. Maybe he makes some good cuts, but just not going to give you a ton outside of some shot making from the 3-point line. And he's capable, but he doesn't get a ton of opportunities in this offense. Penn State, the one thing about Penn State, they don't run great stuff. So Purdue gets guys wide open jump shots. Penn State, the only time you're getting a wide open jump shot is if 3 guys collapse on whoever the guy going one-on-one is, and they kick it out to you. They're not a team that's going to blow you away with sets and run tricky counter stuff. It's just not going to happen. It's going to be 2 different worlds with Purdue playing them. Their coach is a fine coach, but he just doesn't have the same kind of. First, he doesn't have the same continuity on his team when you return 14% of the minutes, and he just doesn't have the same scheme. And I think the last guy I really want to hit on is Dominic Stewart. He's like their lockdown defender, 6'5". There's a chance he may come in and when he does come in, probably guard Braden. So that's really one reason you might see him. He doesn't play a ton, but he does get in the game, and when he does, he's in there to do one thing. He plays 35% of their minutes, the shooting guard. So he's playing somewhere around like 15 minutes a game. He's going to come in and try to just kind of wreak havoc on Braden. That's really what I expect from him. I don't really see much else at all from what he's looking at. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else on their team that plays any significant minutes. Maybe Sasa Siani.
Yeah, Dominic can shoot threes.
Yeah, but he just doesn't shoot much.
No.
He's a low minute guy, low volume.
58 on the season, 36%. So he's
3 to
had
4 game.
a couple decent games this year from 3. I mean, 3 of 5. His last 2 games, 1 of 5, 1 of 7 against good defenses. So that's what I would probably expect to see. He is a hacker.
Yeah.
Dude fouls a lot. So be on the lookout for that. If they're calling them.
Yeah. I was about to say, who's on the call? Is it freaking what's his face again? Last guy we'll just quickly hit on because he's their backup big is Sasa Siani. Cool name there. He's from Slovenia, or Slovenia, however you pronounce it.
These Europeans, dude.
It's crazy. You go through these previews. There's so many foreign kids now, and almost none of them are that great.
Make America basketball great again.
What's that?
MABA.
Make American basketball. Mabga. That's almost like Magmar, the Pokemon.
Mabga, dude. That's my new thing.
I don't have much on this guy. Just know that this is the guy that will come off their bench in the 5 spot. Our bigs should destroy a guy like he's just not a great player. He averages like 3 and 3. Doesn't play a ton. He's a pretty good rebounder, but he's very slow. He doesn't move very well. You can destroy him in space. Like if he gets switched onto a Braden, you expect Braden to do the old clear the pathway. I'm going around this guy, and he will. Anything else on any of their players or styles or anything along those lines?
No style. Don't care. Let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Not this show. No, I mean this game.
That too.
Let's get this Penn State game over with.
Yeah.
I'm tired of Penn State, dude. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, hate Penn State. Actually, I liked him when Shrews was there. Once he left, I didn't like him anymore.
No, I don't like them. They beat us. When was it? A year or 2 ago.
Dude, that's all they have. Like I remember
it's
when
annoying.
I was watching that Michigan game, and they were showing all the times Penn State's beaten top 10 Michigan. It's like 4 times, 3 times.
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
They're annoying, dude.
They're a spoiler. That's all they are.
Yeah.
Don't let them spoil you.
Spoiler.
Shout out spoiler
maker.
My redheaded homie. Okay. Last thing here, kind of broadly, and then we'll get into prediction stuff. This doesn't have to be a long episode. We're gonna do what do you want to see from each guy, and then we'll get to keys of the game. What do you want to see from Braden in this game?
Under 2 turnovers. That's
2
it.
or under? Or under 2?
I'm done. Under 2 turnovers.
Oh man, that's low. 1 turnover or less. Yes. Okay, I like it. I'm gonna go kind of similar. I want to see a 5 to 1 assist turnover ratio. So if you get 10 assists, you get 2 turnovers. If you get 15, you get 3. You can buy yourself a turnover with every 5 assists. That's my rule. So definitely need to see him take care of the ball better. What about Fletcher?
4 threes.
Ooh, I like that.
Made
3. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I don't care how many you take. Make 4.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna have to find something else to take here with Fletcher.
No, just say it too. Freaking.
I'll just say it in a different way. Outshoot that guy we talked about from their team. Okay.
Yeah. De Leon.
If he makes 3, you make 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big wing guy. But yes, get back on track shooting. I don't care how many you make. Just go out there and put the ball through the hoop. Okay, that's whether that's 4 for 6, whether that's 2 for 2, whether that's 12 for 13. I don't care, but they need to be consistently going in. What about TKR?
Under 2 turnovers.
You just want a bounce back game from that standpoint.
I just want
From those
my
guys.
good best players to take care of the ball.
Yeah, TKR listened last game. I said I wanted a big rebounding game. So if you're listening, TKR, which I know that you're not, but if you are, this is a 25-point TKR game. He is going to, unless they just purely double, and then it's going to be a 25-point Clough game. It doesn't matter, whatever they do here. But the guy that's going to be guarding TKR cannot do it. It's just not even logical. So TKR 20 points or 25 points. What about CJ?
3 steals.
3 steals. Okay.
3 steals to breakouts.
Yeah, my broad take is just put Dillion in that bag of cocks and really show him what the world's all about.
Cock bagging, dude.
Cock bag, whatever term you want to use with a pun with his last name. But yeah, just be an elite defender. I'd like to see him, shoot a good percentage from 3. He's getting wide open looks from the corner, and they aren't going in as much. And it kind of feels like him and Fletcher are on the same page. So if we get a game where they both are banging threes, dude, it's going to be ridiculous. What about your boy Oscar, man down under?
The land down under, man down under, Oscar Clough. 12 and 12.
Oh, okay. I think it's definitely doable. 12 and 12. Yeah, I'd like to see 10 plus rebounds. He's definitely capable, but I want to be able to see a game where TKR and him. It's happened a couple times, but it's been a little bit where they both dominate the glass. Usually, it's one dominates while the other blocks out. It's kind of like a yin and yang type of deal with the rebounds. So I just want to see 10 plus rebounds from Oscar Clough in this game. What about Daniel Jacobson?
DJ 3 blocks. I'm keeping it simple tonight.
I like that. I'm gonna keep it very simple. DJ, the same thing I've said. I'm gonna continue to say until it happens. More blocks than fouls. Last game he had 2 blocks, 3 fouls. He did not surpass.
No.
More blocks than fouls, DJ. One time. Just do it for me one time, baby. What about Jakari?
Shoot, that's hard, man. 2 anything.
Oh, okay.
Besides run up and down the court. I just want to see
2 down and backs.
I want to see more than 3 number 1s on any statistics he chooses.
Yeah. I'm going to go specific here. I want to see 4 or more rebounds. He was rebounding so well early in the year, and it's completely gone away. And I think it's weird in Painter's world where Painter loves rebounds. When you stop doing what Painter loves, the whole thing, your shots start going away. It's magical.
Yeah.
It's incredible. All right, Omer.
Give me 5 assists.
Yeah, we've been waiting.
You ain't been getting your assists, bro.
I like that.
Yeah, I want it.
I'm hoping Omer gets some run here at the end of this game because we're up so big.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Omer 50% or better from the field. Just keep the shooting going. If we can get him in a rhythm where he starts just standing up a little bit taller every game, and he starts feeling a little bit bigger, a little bit better, a little bit more like, I can take over Braden's role.
Right.
That's big for Purdue. Last guy, Jack Benner.
Jackie, get a shot up.
Don't miss it. Don't you dare miss it.
I mean, just get a shot up, dude. You only took 1 last. Actually, give me 2 shots. You don't miss, so you might as well shoot it.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I want to see at least 1 3-point attempt. Don't see a reason for him to come in the game if he's not going to shoot a 3. The guy's made 10 straight threes. What are we doing?
Shoot the 3.
Let him shoot the damn 3. All right, keys to the game. What are your keys to the game?
Keys to the game: clean up turnover ratio, control the pace. I don't. Penn State's not a fast-paced team, but I'll take that back. I want to see pace.
Okay.
I want to see us running, getting up and down the floor. And the third thing would be, man, I don't know, just out rebound them by 10.
Okay. I like those. I'm gonna do mine slightly different this time because if I'm just being completely honest, it's Penn State and they don't deserve my full attention. They deserve Purdue's full attention. Offensively, just attack inside, just dominate the interior. We should be able to. This team has one decent big guy, and then the next biggest guy is 6'8". This should be a domination from Purdue, whether it's scoring inside, rebounding inside, offensive rebounding, the whole 9 yards from the inside the paint should be a Purdue domination. And that's what I expect. So do all those things. And then defensively, I think maybe do everything you can to shut down Dillion. Like, he's really the only offensive weapon they have. Do they have guys that can shoot? Sure. They have big guys that can score every once in a while? Sure. But as far as can do their own thing, can get shots, can put up 20 shots in a game, he's the only guy. And he will. And he'll miss them, and he'll keep shooting them. So just put him on lockdown. Put him in the bag of cocks. Sag off the guys who aren't as great of shooters and just pack the paint and make this team beat you from the outside, because I don't think they're capable. They didn't you would have thought that Michigan game, with all the hype of Michigan, that Penn State probably made 15 threes to be in that game. They didn't. They shot 23% from the 3-point line. They're a terrible shooting team cumulatively. They have a couple guys, but those guys aren't the ones shooting the ball most of the time. So that's all you got to do. What's your one thing that if Penn State does this, they can win? Because I do believe every team in the Big Ten can win if something goes perfectly.
Oh boy. I don't know. They're not turnover prone. I would say if Penn State shoots 38% from 3,
then they can.
Yes.
Yep. Like
So that changes 6% changes your whole outlook on a game.
It's weird. And threes are obviously a lot timing based. Like, when do they go in? When do they not? But yeah, mine is going to be kind of what I saw that they did against Michigan. And that's kind of been Purdue's Achilles heel, which is just muck this game up and make it nasty and make it a game where you're like, you hate it as a viewer. You hate the viewing experience. It sucks. There's no flow. Everything seems trash. The refs seem terrible. Everything just seems bad, because that's what they did with Michigan. Michigan fans, if you watched immediately after, just bitched about refereeing. Okay, well, don't be in a 1-point game against freaking Penn State. But that's the way Penn State got it, and that's what Michigan allowed them to do, is keep it that way. So that's what I think Penn State can do. What do you think Purdue can do? If Purdue does this, Purdue wins the game.
If Purdue, Braden Smith has 12 assists.
Okay. I was just going to say, if Purdue makes 10 threes, the game's over.
Oh.
And it feels like we haven't done that in a while. We probably have, and I just don't realize it.
That's out of my mind, dude.
I need to see us have a good shooting. We're in Mackey. Like, come on.
Let's see.
When's the last time Purdue made 10 threes in a game?
I don't know. I'm going to trust AI on this.
Yeah, it's going to be like, I don't know.
Hold on. Keep the fans going. Talk about
sorry. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good.
There we go.
Yeah.
Do the voice crack thing again.
I can't. You can't force yourself to do that. It's really
I'm gonna
difficult.
clip that, dude.
Then if you do, I'll be sad, but also happy if it gets viral or something.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it should be a good game for Purdue. I think I did read from the paint crew themselves that they're not going to be there again.
No.
Which is sad, but it should definitely be a better crowd on a Saturday afternoon than it was on a Wednesday night. I know that much. Did you find it yet?
Yeah, it was Rutgers.
Yeah, okay.
10 of 26 from deep.
Wasn't that like one of the early games? Early Big Ten games?
That was December 2nd.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, a whole month.
Yeah, over a month.
Whole month.
I did want to point out we are almost fully removed a month from the Iowa State game. Doesn't feel like it. Felt like yesterday, but we are almost a full month removed. And that being said, Purdue is number 1 per Bartorvik. And since that time frame in college basketball. So keep in mind that even in games like Washington, or even if this game's a little close, Purdue's still playing great basketball, and they're still undefeated in the Big Ten. And as long as that continues, until we lose, a really bad game, and let me be very clear about one thing: Purdue will lose a game they shouldn't lose this year. Like it's going to happen to every team in the Big Ten. But I promise you, it'll happen to Purdue. Is it Penn State? I hope not. It shouldn't be. Is it Iowa? Is it UCLA? Is it USC? Is it whoever?
Could be
Doesn't matter.
Iowa.
It will happen though. Hopefully not at home. I would hope that they'd have some respect for that home court to not do that, but or to allow that to happen again. But it's going to happen at some point. So enjoy the ride. That's a big thing, and make sure that like you're not doing what I was doing and not enjoying these games because you were so critical of everything. So just try to enjoy the game and root for these guys. You got to think we're a couple months, and you're never going to get to watch Braden Smith and Fletcher Loyer and Trey Kaufman-Renn play, even Oscar Clough play again at Purdue. And it's a sad day. And we get a new class coming in. It should be awesome. We'll fall in love with them all over again. It's kind of like being in high school every 4 years. You fall in love, and then eventually they leave. It's a sad world, but it's the way it is. So enjoy it. What is your score prediction, and who is your player of the game prediction? Unless you have something else. You look like you're intently researching.
I was just looking at our SOS. We're still 15th in SOS. Overall net rating. Play a tough schedule, man. It beats on the fans just like it beats on the players. Our offensive rating is still number 1 in the country, and we are 15th in defensive rating. So we're still in, the upper echelon of where we need to be to win the title, because statistics, as much as you would like to say they do, they don't lie.
Right. You gotta be top 20 in both?
Yeah, if there's a pattern that has happened the last, however many years, it's probably going to continue this year. So you got to be top 20 in both. With that being said, my score prediction, let's see. Well, Palm has it at 86-65 at a 97%. So I'm going to push that. I want to see a fast-paced game, and I want to see us just absolutely obliterate them. So this is a wishful score, much like that lady that posts her kids' scores that I retweet because they are hilarious. I'm going 94-64.
Yeah.
I want to see it done. I want to see a Big Ten blowout. Have those freshmen from Penn State tell the tales of going to Mackey for next year if they don't transfer. So that's it.
Player of the game?
Player of the game. I'm going to go with Braden because the scoring's happening. He saw a 3 fall last game. He knows what he needs to be at per game to break the all-time assist record. So I'm looking at like a 13 assist, 16-point game.
Oh yeah. Okay. Like that. I'm going to start with my player of the game just because I think it's funny because last game we both, in our prediction, did not pick Braden or TKR. And then in the post game, those were our 2 picks for player of the game. In this game, I'm going to take TKR. You took Braden. So that means somebody else is going to have a game.
And we ripped them both. So, I did. I absolutely destroyed them in the last episode.
Yeah, if you haven't watched, go check out the recap. Me and Dalton went back and forth for a little bit in the beginning of it. But, I'm going to go TKR as my player of the game. I think that just the matchup, and when I was doing a little research for this and when I watched Washington, I was just mind blown. Not when I watched Washington. When I watched them play Michigan, I was mind blown that Michigan wasn't dominating them on the inside. But again, they were made it messy, and I think TKR is going to destroy them. I just really do. I think he's going to probably be somewhere 25-12. I think it could be a dominant game for TKR. Jack Benner may not see the floor until crunch time or till the end of the game. Not crunch time, dead time.
Crunch time.
Yeah. My prediction is going to be kind of similar to yours. I think I'm going to go a little less scoring, 88-60. I think this is a defensive masterclass type of game. And I think we still score 88 points, but I think the subs kind of come in last few minutes and make it a little bit less efficient and maybe give up a couple baskets to get them closer. But I think Purdue dominates this game, which means it'll almost certainly be a game that goes down to the wire, and we will all be stressed at home and kind of sad about it. So that's the recap. Appreciate anybody who's watching as always, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave us a comment. We love to interact with you guys. It's probably the best part of making these, and we really do appreciate everybody who watches us. And I just hope that Purdue continues on this trail, and I hope that everybody really values these last few games because, believe it or not, we're 16 games away from this season being over and it being tournament time, and those 16 games are going to come quick. We're 2 months away. So any final
Kinda
thoughts
like
from you,
Derek.
Dalton, and anything you want to say on the way out?
They're gonna come quick, and so does Derek. Anyways,
To
I
the
don't
dinner
know.
table. To the dinner table.
Anyways, Miami's up 17-10. It's gonna be a good sports weekend overall. I mean,
Yeah. NFL
got the
playoff start.
playoff going on, NFL playoff start, college basketball. I haven't looked at the slate, but I'm guessing we're in conference now, so there's going to be some baller games, whether they're ranked teams or not. Conference is always fun.
Well, there's
Yeah,
no
like
ranked games
Derek
on
said.
Friday, so they're going to be
Yeah.
crazy on Saturday.
Yeah.
Wisconsin,
Yeah.
and just in the Big Ten,
I
you
have
got
a hard time. Yeah.
Indiana, Nebraska in the Big Ten, Wisconsin, Michigan in the Big Ten, Purdue, Penn State. So you've got some really good basketball games this weekend to go with, obviously, football. Sorry.
Yeah. So just enjoy it, man. And here we are again at the end of another episode. So I'll ask you, please, 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 please share our shows. I don't want to sound needy or, whiny, whatever, but it just helps us out so much to get in front of another face that maybe we don't pop up on their YouTube algorithm, or we're not in their Twitter feed. Like a lot of you know us from Twitter, but maybe you help us get in front of that person that helps us go to the next level. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks for checking it out. Another one. Boiler up. Have a good Saturday. Hang out with some cool people. So
Yeah, and go beat some ass, Purdue.
yeah,
Peace out.
do it later.
Bye.